Okay, some of y'all that looks really familiar. Um, so what you see right now are a bunch of x's. Now on your EOC, you're not going to see these x's drawn for any reason. Okay, this is what we consider the x box. This is just the way that we factor. Okay, and what we're going to get to today is eventually it'll make more sense once we get into the real problems. This is just kind of our routine that I'm going to show you how we do. Okay, so what you've got on this first row here is you've got a bunch of x's. You've got two numbers on each side. Okay, what I want you to do with those two numbers is I want you to multiply them and put that number in the top. So what is negative 8 times 5? Negative 40. And we're going to add those and put that in the bottom. What's negative 8 plus 5? Negative 3. Okay? Your negatives are important. If you don't have your negatives correct, then you're going to have your problem wrong. Add them. Okay, but you got to know your sign rules because even though I said add them, your signs were different, so you still subtract.
We can go ahead and finish?
Yep, there's that top row. Okay, so we're going to multiply to get the top and add to get the bottom. So what's negative 3 times negative 2? Positive 6 is our top number. And what's negative 3 plus negative 2? Negative 5. Okay? Okay, that's what you're doing on that top row. No, just the top one. Because the other three sections, the numbers are in a different place. Okay, so what is 4 times negative 10? Negative 40, and then 4 plus negative 10. Negative 6. All right, the last one here is negative 24 on the top. And, okay, so that's what happens when you were given the two sides. Yes, okay, so the other ones, the ones right below it, notice you have the top and bottom. Okay, so pay attention here. Now you've got to come up with what two numbers did they multiply to get 9 and add to get 10?
I know it's 5 and 2.
Okay, 5 times 2 doesn't give me 9. Okay? Alright, so everybody automatically thinks 3 times 3 gives me 9, right? But 3 plus 3, does that equal 10? 3 minus 3 doesn't equal 10. What else can multiply to give me 9? 1 and 9. Okay? So 1 times 9 gives me 9, and 1 plus 9 gives me 10. Now listen to me carefully. It doesn't matter if you put the 9 first or the 1 first. Okay? 1 plus 9 is 10, 9 plus 1 is 10. 1 times 9 is 9, 9 times 1 is 9. Okay? So the order doesn't matter in any of these problems. Okay? But the signs do. You got to make sure with your negatives that it makes sense. Okay? What is the only way you can multiply to get a positive number? There's two ways. What are they? Double negatives or double positives. Okay, so if this top number is positive, you know your answers either have to be both negative or both positive. Okay, if the top number is negative, then you know you're going to have one of each. Okay, all right, so let's look here. What can I multiply? Now, you asked me, do I have a routine? Do I have a method, right? Usually what I do is I go ahead and write out all of my factors. What do I know will multiply to give me 5? 1 and 5, and that's it. So my answers have to be 1 and 5. Which one's going to be negative to get a positive 4? The 1. 5 minus 1 is 4. Okay? All right, so for 12, we would have, technically we would have 1 and 12, 2 and 6, and 3 and 4, right? Okay, which one of those three pairs could I get a 4 out of? 2 and 6. And if I need a negative 4, which one's going to be negative? The 6. Okay, so this one, there's only one right answer, y'all. If I put the negative on my 2, that gives me a positive 4. If I put the negative on both, that doesn't give me a negative 12. Okay? So be careful there. Alright, so then the next one is 8. So we've got 1 and 8 and 2 and 4, right? So what's it going to be? 2 and 4. Everything's positive, you're good to go. Okay? Take a second. Okay, 35 and negative 12, what you think? Negative 7 and negative 5. Again, order doesn't matter as long as you have them both the same with the same sign on them. Okay? Negative 21 and negative 30. Okay, so neither one of those would work. Okay, so you're going to jump to negative 15 and 2. Good job. All right, and then the last one on that row?
3 and negative 1.
3 and negative 1. Okay, so all we're doing here is knowing our multiplication and addition rules.
We start back.
It's fine if you have practice, as long as you have the signs right. Order doesn't matter.
We start from like the lowest number. The lowest number usually you keep it.
I do. Like, if I was doing 32, I would start with 1 and 32, 2 and 16, okay, 4 and 8. And then 5 doesn't work, 6 doesn't work, 7 doesn't work. And once I get back to 8, I'm going back up the other side. So that's the only 3 options I have for 32. Okay, now which one of these can give me a 4? 4 and 8. And if I need a positive 4, is it 8 minus 4 or 4 minus 8? Negative 4. So I write them all out. Okay, if I were y'all, especially if you get stuck on one. A lot of y'all can think of the one it should be initially. But if you get stuck, write out all of your factors and just start with 1. Does 1 go into it? Does 2 go into it? Does 3 go into it? And so forth. Okay? All right, 40. Have y'all done the bottom?
Okay.
All right, I'll give you a few seconds to work on the bottom now. So, okay, so what y'all fill in here? 8 negative 4 is right because 8 minus 4 gives me 4. Okay. What's 9 plus negative 5? Positive 4. So this should have been a negative 9 and a positive 5. Okay. 2 minus 8 is negative 6. And 1 minus 2 does give me negative 1 and your multiplication factor is right. Okay. But here's my point. On your EOC, you're not going to see all these X's drawn. Okay? What you're going to see is just the problem itself. Now, I still drew your X for these next couple of problems. Okay? But you'll just see that problem, the X squared minus 10X minus 24. So you have to know to draw your X and then to fill it in. Okay? So the X is already drawn. Now we're going to learn how to fill it in. You're going to take your first number, which in this situation is 1, and you're going to multiply it times the last number. What's 1 times negative 24? Negative 24. That's your top number. Okay, so these numbers are going to come from the problem. Okay, and what's your middle number? That goes on the bottom. All right, so now we're going to find out numbers that will multiply to give me 24 and add to give me 10. Yes.
Is it 7 and 3? No.
Okay, look up here. Look up here, real quick. Which ones can I get a 10 from? Okay, I can get a 10 from 4 and 6 or 12 and 2. Okay, that's the only ones I can get a 10 from, so it's got to be one of those.
Oh, it's 2 and it's negative 2 plus 10.
Okay, you said it's negative 2 and positive 12, right? But what's 12 minus 2?
Oh,
Positive 10. I need a negative 10, so it's going to be negative 12 and positive 2. Now listen to me again. You're still not done. You've done all the hard work. Okay, you've got the answer, but you have to write it like an answer should look. So here's how you write it. You write it as a set of binomials. What is my variable? X. So you put an X here and here, and my numbers are minus 12 and plus 2. Now, does this look familiar? What would you do if I gave you that?
You distribute.
You would distribute. You know what you would get? X squared minus 10X minus 24. So we have had the problem where I gave you this and you multiplied, right? So now we're working backwards. Now I'm giving you the answer and you're working backwards to find the problem. Okay?
Are you going to do this happening like?
No. All right. Next one. What goes in the top? 27. What goes in the bottom? Okay, and now I do want to bring your attention real quick. You notice at the top of your paper, the template, it says A equals 1. For all of our problems today, there won't be a number in front of your squared term today. We will get eventually to where there is, but today there's not. So really, you're just looking at that last number is going to go up top, and the middle number is going to go down bottom. Okay, but ultimately, eventually, there will be a number up there. All right, so what can multiply to give me 27? 1 and 27 and 9 and 3, right? Okay, so we know it's got to be 9 and 3. Okay, if I need a positive 27, but a negative 12, what do both of those signs need to be? Negative. So my answer is going to be H, and I don't care if you put X, because instead of H or B or C or Q or whatever. If you put X's for every one of them, that's fine as long as you have your numbers right, okay? So X minus 9 and X minus 3. Okay, so all you're doing is you're taking your two sides and you're putting them in parentheses now. That's pretty much it. Is everybody with me? Okay, so the process is the same for all of these. All right, so the next two, I've already got those drawn, the X's drawn for you, so go ahead and try those. Okay, what went in the top of your X here? Negative 40 and the bottom was negative 18. All right, what's on two sides? 2 and negative 20. Okay, so again, y'all, it doesn't matter if your order is the same as mine. You could have it as F minus 20 first, and then F plus 2, but you have to make sure that you have the signs the exact same as I do. Okay? All right, number 4, what goes in the top? 36, bottom. Negative 13. All right, two sides. Negative 9 and negative 4. So that's going to be M minus 9 and M minus 4. Okay? That's all you're doing. That is it. Okay? Alright, now, only difference on 5, 6, 7, and 8 is that they didn't draw the X for you. So the first thing you need to do is draw your X. Okay, what's going to go on the top for number 5? 15, and the bottom is 8. And on number 6, what's our top number? Negative 32, and the bottom number is 14. I want you to go ahead and finish 5, 6, 7, and 8.
Do it matter what the number is?
What do you mean?
Why put 14 on the top?
Yes. Well,
It matter.
it does because you're multiplying to get the top and adding to get the bottom.
The first one.
Okay?
Yeah.
Alright, what'd you say, Mason? Alright, 3 and 5 are your two sides, so it is X plus 3 and X plus 5. Alright, what about for the next one? 32. Okay, again, you've got 1 and 32. If you don't know, just start here, y'all. These are the only options you got. So how can I get a 14? 2 and 16. If it's a positive 14, then the bigger number has to be positive. So it's going to be A minus 2 and A plus 16. Absolutely not. As long as you have the same signs I have, order doesn't. Do what? Well, you don't have to plug it back in, but what we know to do is a good way to check your answer and make sure that your numbers are correct. All right, number 7, what was your top number? Negative 6, bottom was 1, two sides? Negative 2 and 3. Okay, so that's going to give you W minus 2 and W plus 3. And again, you can have W plus 3 first and then W minus 2. All right, and then for number 8, top number? Bottom? Two sides. 11 and 5. And which one needs to be negative if the 6 is negative? The bigger one. Okay, so C minus 11 and C plus 5. All right, so that's going to take us to our student practice, right? On the back. Okay, I want you to look real quick at your student practice at problems number 1 and 4. Okay, look how they look different than the rest. Okay, this takes us back to Friday. Friday we talked about GCF, right? Okay, so that's what you're doing on 1 and 4. You're doing greatest common factor. Okay, I'm going to look at 4 with you just because I have more room to work down here than I do up there. Okay, what is the biggest number, greatest common factor, the biggest number that you know will divide into 21, 30, and 24? Got to go into all 3 of them. 3? Let's see. Okay, that would give you 7, 10, and 8. Can anything go into all 3 of those? Nope, so you're good, right? If it could, though, you just know you didn't choose the greatest common factor, okay? And what do we do with our exponents when greatest common factor? Yeah, but which one do I choose? The smallest one. Okay, you can't choose the greatest one because they don't all have that many. So the smallest one here is 5. So this is your GCF, right? Okay, so that's what goes out front. And now, Keyshawn, you were right when you talked about you subtract your exponents, but we got to divide first. 21 divided by 3 is 7. And what happens to these two? So they cancel. All right, minus. 30 divided by 3, you said was 10. What's 9 minus 5? Why 4? And 24 divided by 3, you said was 8. 11 minus 5 is 6. So that's the same thing you're going to do up there on problem number 1. Okay? But then 2, 3, 5, 6, and 7 are all just like the notes today. Yes. All right. So number 1 is another. What was your GCF? Actually, let me do this real quick. Okay, so everybody's got number 4, right? GCF of 3y. Okay, so on number 1, okay, what was your GCF? No. 5a to the 4. Okay, so that goes out front. Okay, and that left me with 3 plus a squared. You can put the 1 in front of a squared, that's fine. Okay. All right, questions on number 1. Because I got to clear these to go to the next one because the way my board is. All right, number 2. What was the top of your x? Negative 14 bottom. 2 sides. 2 and negative 7. So it was b minus 7 and b plus 2. Okay? Alright, number 3. Top number was 48, bottom. 2 sides. Alright, 48 is 1 and 48, 2 and 24, 3 and 16, 4 and 12, and 6 and 8. That's the only options. It is 4 and 12. Which one needs to be negative? 12. That gives me a negative 48. Both of them. C minus 4 and C minus 12. Okay? Y'all, if that top number is positive and the bottom number is negative, they're both going to be negative. Okay? And I've already done number 4, so let's go back up here to number 5. Okay, for this one, you should have gotten a final answer of x plus 8 and x minus 3. Is everybody good on that one? Okay, what about number 6? You should have what? I got negative 12 and negative 1. Negative 4 and positive 3. Good job. Alright, and then the last one, number 7 down here, we've got negative 40 and 3. What's that going to give me? 8 and negative 5. Good job. Alright, questions on those? Okay, so then you got one more problem on your notes, right? Okay, and that's because people at the EOC have gotten smarter over the years, and they know if they just give you a bunch of answer choices like this, what could you do with these? Right, you can distribute them out and get back to the problem, and you don't really have to know how to factor, right? So they give us something like this where they just ask for 1. Okay? So I do this the same way. It would be negative 14 and negative 5, right? Okay? Which I think we've already had. This one gave me negative 7 and positive 2, right? So that's x minus 7 and x plus 2. But only one of those is there. X minus 7 is the only one that's there. So if you get to this point and both of your answers are there, you did something wrong. Okay, unless it's like a select all that apply type thing, which it might be on the computer. Okay? But overall, this is just a way to make sure you know how to factor, not just know how to multiply. Okay? Alright, we good on factoring. Okay, quiz tomorrow on GCF, don't forget.